This will be a quick video because I don't have a lot to say about the show itself. However, I want to talk about Hyakujuu Sentai Gaoranger since I just finished the show. Since my favorite season of Power Rangers is Wild Force, it was nice to watch the Sentai season it was based on. Watching through this show, it was apparent that Wild Force was slightly more of a note-for-note adaptation of Gaoranger. I say this because the characters were kinda similar, though Danny only worked at a flower shop and Alyssa was in college and not in high school, as White was. Though I'm only assuming that because all I know, White could have been in college. In the story, we follow the Gaoranger, who fight the forces of the Orgs, creatures that were given new life thanks to pollution. In response, a character named Tetem went in search of new Gao warriors to help, as her grandmother did a millennium ago. Said warriors are a veterinarian, Kakeru, a self-defense force pilot, Gaku, a pro bowler in training, Kai, an ex-sumo wrestler, Sotoro, a martial arts student, Sai, and a Gao warrior from the previous millennium, Tsukumaru. They face off against the leaders of the Orgs, Shuten, Ura, and Rasetsu, in a story that I can only call decent, with a lot of fat. The fat I'm referring to is the exclusive orgs in the show, which kinda bogs down the viewing experience. The big one that comes to mind is Human Body Specimen Org. He's an org that disguises himself as a skeleton in the science lab to scare kids. The characters Sutsu and Yabaiba find him and try to use a haunted house to scare and possibly kill the Gaorangers, though it didn't work because they saw right through it and the team took him out. I didn't like the episode because Human Body Specimen Org was so boring, but hell, at least he's not Blacksmith Org, he's just some org who wants to find the perfect material to do some smithing with. This episode was so dull because all he did when he stole the Gaoranger swords, the Royal Beast Blades, was made them into tableware for Rasetsu. I mean, it makes sense in context because Rasetsu is a fat ass that just wants to eat everything in sight, but I didn't find anything in this episode to be compelling. I mean, White had her sword stolen first and was treated like a dipshit because of this, but everyone but Red and Tetem gave her shit about it. Even though in Gao Giraffe's introduction episode, Blue was treated the same exact way. Now, Blue, Yellow, and Black apologized, but I think I'm just a little bugged that Blue gave White shit. I only say this because he was given the same treatment in an earlier episode. The episode I'm referring to is episode 4, The Two Who Never Give Up. Blue was treated as a kid, even by White. I don't know, it may just be water under the bridge by now, but I don't think I would treat someone the way I was treated. Now, the reason why he was treated like a kid was due to a misunderstanding that Black tried to explain. It's a small amount of teasing, but Blue seems like someone who gets ticked a little too easily. Again, maybe a minor point, but it's still something I had to raise an eyebrow to. The last org that's kind of exclusive is New Year's org. But the episode he was in, episode 46, The New Year's Attack, was so boring I stopped when they got to the bridge. The two exclusive orgs I'll give a pass to is Charcoal Grill Org and Glasses Org. Well, more Charcoal Grill Org than anything else because he was in a really nice episode. To elaborate, in the past he burned down a festival by accident. After the fire, some kids ate some potatoes cooked thanks to his flames and enjoyed them. After that, he just wanted to hear humans say nice things about his cooking. He was being hunted by Tsutsu and Yabaiba because Rasetsu is a fat ass and just wanted some food, though his death was kinda tragic because all he wanted to do was feed people. That's really admirable, and I was kinda saddened when he did die and was brought back as a violent giant. The only reason why I gave Glasses Org a pass is because the episode she was in expanded parts of Sotoro's backstory. Other than that, I just don't like her as a villain. Now, the only thing I would change in the story is dropping Roki's wolf seeds. Just like Tsutsu, Roki can revive orgs, which, seeing Bike Org 10 stories high is awesome, though it was kinda pointless. Just like Zanaku, Roki could have just gone and summoned his Wild Zords to fight the Rangers, instead of having a one-off org be destroyed first. I don't know, some of this seemed like padding to me. Now, I hated Rasetsu's character in Power Rangers known as Manalog, but I can't stand him here either. Master Org, he's a bit of a one-note villain, but at least give the man some credit when his motivation for kidnapping Princess Shayla was not about her cooking. Seriously, that's all Rasetsu wanted, and I just got sick of it immediately. I also hate Futaro for the same exact reasons why I hate Kite. But hey, you can just watch my Wild Force video for that, or my future Last of Us 2 video, until I can fine-tune it and fix the gameplay section. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Though, and I know this is going to seem stupid, the character I hate the most is Gaudir. Why? Well, the poor baby ran off because two characters couldn't fucking sing a song for him! To break my rule about reviews again, I understand the Deer Zord's reason for being mad at Shayla and Merrick. But Gao Deer? No! Fuck 'em! To explain, Tedem's grandmother Murasaki was attacked by the Org's foot soldiers known as Orgettes. She gets some vocal cords cut and couldn't sing anymore. Now this was a result of her protecting Tsukumaru because he most likely would have been killed by the attack. Gao Deer decided to be a big crybaby and run away because they couldn't perform the song for him anymore. Why do I give the Deer Zord a pass? It's simple. Only the 5 main Zords were on the Animarium when it was sent to the sky. Now trust me, that sentence makes more sense than you may think. The Deer Zord felt like he was abandoned, and I can understand why he felt like that. So Merrick and Shayla decided to make it up for him by performing that really shitty song just like before. Again, I wouldn't have any problem with Gao Deer if it wasn't over something stupidly as petty as not being able to hear a song! The characters in the show seem a little dull, not a lot to this, but I just don't remember anything about them. And I started writing this right after marathoning the show. The action is still great, and I forgot what I said about the costumes, but they're so awesome. They look so badass, and speaking of costumes, I actually really warmed up to the transformation sequences. Wild Force took them verbatim, and I know for a fact that I said I didn't like them, but I definitely warmed up to them. It's just awesome. I love the Zords except for Gao God, only because, well, he's the same prick that Animus was. Though I do wish we had some more animations for the Zords. I take it they didn't have the budget for more animations, but I wish they carved out some funds directly for that. It's not as bad as I make it out to be, but it does take me out of the scene a little bit. Now, sorry for the abrupt ending, but do I recommend this show? Only if you're curious or a big fan of Wild Force or Super Sentai. I just found the show dull, and any serious moments were ruined, specifically right at the end, where Tedem says she's going into a deep sleep on the moon. She is then shown after a couple of scenes having a picnic on the Animarium, along with the ex-Gaorangas. I don't know, it ruined a decent end to the story, but hey, what do y'all think? Is Gaoranga a good show? Let me know in the comments. I'll be working on my Last of Us 2 video.